Good morning from Okeechobee Livestock Market. Jeff Clemens kind of taking my brother Todd's place this morning. I hope everybody had a good weekend, and I know if you sold cattle yesterday or Monday, you had a good week already because prices were still pretty high, maybe a little bit higher. Things are looking up, getting a little rain. Everybody's kind of smiling when they're coming in here. It's just that time of the year. Cattle numbers have held up pretty good. Maybe the rain coming might slack them up a little bit because if you got grass, you want to try to get those calves a little bit bigger if you can, if the mamas are in good shape. But we had a good run this week. We had like 600, a little over 600 Monday and 936 on Tuesday. That's 1,550 head for the week. Pretty good for a spring run. So we appreciate y'all bringing your cattle in. The prices were a little bit better, I want to think, this week, especially on calves. Some of that probably has to do with the quality of the calves. We had some really good calves come in this week compared to last week. And they called the calf market maybe a couple dollars higher. We've got some quotes here on our top prices. Tiffany Floyd out of Kenansville brought a 105-pound bull calf in here that brought $6.90 a pound. That's pretty close to $7 a pound. And that dollared out to $725 for a 100-pound calf. That's pretty wild. And that calf was bought by Larry Smell. We appreciate the buyer and the seller there. On the cow side of it, the butcher market's still holding strong. I'd call it pretty steady with last week, but still pretty high. I mean, even some of these thin cows coming through here, you know, that have a frame for 11 or 1,200 pound cow, but they don't weigh but 9. You kind of know what I'm talking about. Those cows are just bringing a lot of money. Some folks are buying some of those thinner cows and either using them as maybe to breed back or maybe to fatten up and bring back. The cow market, the top cow was 1,135 pounds, brought $1.70 a pound. That cow was brought in here by Dave Parton, some of our good folks up there in Osceola County, and was bought by FPL. That cow brought $1,930, and that's a lot of money for a butcher cow. Had some bulls bring, gosh, $4,000. We don't usually quote the bull price, but a lot of bulls brought over $2 a pound. I think one of them got up to $2.12 or 13 or 15 or something a pound. A lot of money for those butcher animals. As far as what's going on, we have our internet sale coming up May the 29th, I think it is. Did I get that date right? Yes. Last Thursday in May, we have a PCA sale. We've already got several loads consigned. If you're even thinking about doing something like that, if you got a truckload of calves, give us a holler. Like I said, we've already got several loads lined up for that week. And also that week, that's Monday that week is Memorial Day, which is the 26th. And we will be closed. We always close on Memorial Day to remember those that have fallen in our service. So we won't have a sale on Monday, but we will on Tuesday. So you can bring your cattle still on Sunday if you want to. We'll have somebody here on the 25th. And if you need to bring them on Monday, just let us know you're coming. We'll try to have somebody around to put those cattle on hay and water, and then we'll sell them Tuesday for you. Once again, the rains sure got everybody perked up. Most everybody's got some. It's been kind of scattered around here. I got real jealous of my brother. His pasture right across the road from mine up there at Oak Creek, and it rained on one side of the hard road and didn't rain on the other, so I guess he must have paid the preacher a little bit more than me. Anyway, that's just the way it goes. We're going to catch up. We all get it when we need it. But everybody's optimistic with a little bit of green grass and good prices. We're also optimistic about those prices. I think they're going to hold up for a pretty good while. Some of the guys that kind of get paid to research that stuff are thinking a couple of years, and now I've heard some of them say maybe another good 3 years. So everything's looking good. We're excited about all the trade agreements that our president is doing, and also, want to put a plug in. I'm sure everybody's heard the border with Mexico has been shut down because of the screwworm problem, and it needs to be shut down. They need to get things in order down there, and I can't see where that would hurt our prices because these packers are going to still need cattle to kill. The feeders are going to need cattle to feed, and the guys that have got grazing grass this coming summer are going to need cattle to graze. So I suspect that our price at these markets is going to really hold up good. We appreciate you guys' business. Bring them on in. Like I say, it's a good time to be selling. Be sure you kind of keep an eye on your mama cows. You want to sure try to get those bred back. It's going to be tough to find some replacement cows and heifers because of the numbers being down. It's just really going to be tough to find them. So do the best you can at taking care of your cows. Keep some of those better heifers if you can, and try to keep your numbers up. Again, we appreciate everybody. We appreciate your business. And if there's anything we can do as far as hauling cattle in here or anything we can do, you want to pick our brain, kind of like my brother says every week, we'll tell you what we think. It might not be right, it might be wrong, but we'll tell you what we think, and that'll be free of charge. So thanks again for being loyal customers, and we hope to see you next week.